My king. My brother. Why are you looking so worried?
Adako, please sit down. It's so busy.
My prince, your majesty, what about him?
Adako.
Yes, your majesty.
Didn't you observe when he returned? Your nephew returned to this country without a wife, without children.
Well, your majesty, the prince is only a young man. I believe he can get a wife at will whenever he's ready.
Did you say young man? At 45. Adako, how old was I when I had him?
Your majesty, I wasn't exactly expecting the prince to acquire for himself a foreign wife, but now that he's back home, I'm sure that he can take a bride from amongst the girls in the kingdom.
Adako, it's not going to be that easy. It's not.
Why not, your majesty?
It's not.
Why not, your majesty? There are beautiful women all over the kingdom, and there are beautiful girls all over the kingdom. All he needs to do is to take one for himself. And the prince is not blind, you know.
Therein lies the problem. Adako, my son does not have interest in women. Your nephew lacks the capacity to have any long-lasting commitment or sustain any relationship with any woman.
No, your majesty, that can't be.
Hey. Adako, my past has finally come hunting.
Oh. No. No, no, no. There has to be a way out. There has to be a way out.
Tell me the way out, Adako. What is the way out? Tell me.
Mother, what is this wind of sadness that has blown over the inhabitants of this palace since yesterday? Mother, what troubles you? Please share. The king did not come down for dinner yesterday, and this morning when I bowed before him, he wasn't his usual bubbly self. And now, you seem sober. What is going on?
It's your cousin, the prince.
My cousin? What about him?
He's not getting any younger. Getting a wife and an heir to the throne seems to be the last thing on his mind.
Why?
It's a long, sad story that I don't want to recall now. He has deep hatred for women.
Just like his father. The king.
Udoka, shut up. What do you know about my brother?
Nothing, Mom. He hates women too, Mom. Aside from the fact that he's single, how do you explain the reason there is no female servant in this palace? You said his wife died over 3 decades ago. Why hasn't he remarried if he doesn't hate women?
Oh, shut up, Udoka. You have no right to speak like that about His Majesty. You know absolutely nothing about him.
I know nothing, Mom. All I know is that my cousin, the prince, needs to be seduced. And I can help with that.
Udoka, you want to seduce your cousin?
Hell no, Mom. God forbid.
So, what are you insinuating?
I have 3 alluring, beautiful girls. I can bring them to woo my cousin. I'm sure one of them will be able to reach out to him.
You think so?
I know so, Mom. Trust me, Mom. I know what these girls can do. As long as my cousin is not a monk and has steel in his spine, I'm sure one of those girls will be able to reach out to him.
Well, I'll go and suggest it to the king and hopefully he should give his consent.
Okay.
I'll leave right away.
Mom, I'll
Yes.
come to you later for my feedback.
Okay.
Yes, come in.
Your Majesty, my brother, may you live long.
My princess, my sister, Adako. This one you have sought me out in my chambers. It must be for a serious reason.
Your Majesty, what can be more serious than my nephew, the prince, finding a wife as soon as possible?
Yes, Adako. Please. Sit here.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Good. Tell me, my sister, how do we make Ubieze take that one important step? How? Adako, that look on your face, that look tells me that you've already devised a plan. There is something up those sleeves of yours.
Your Majesty, I wouldn't take all the credit to myself.
I said it.
Because it's actually Udoka's idea.
I see. Now tell me the brilliant idea your daughter, my niece, has come up with.
Your Majesty, it's actually in the nature of a plan.
A plan?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Let me hear it.
Udoka has these 3 beautiful and very hot friends. And for the life of me, Your Majesty, I just can't understand how a human being can be said to be hot.
My dear Dago, I advise you not to give heed to the present generation and their expressions. So wild expressions. Else, you yourself will run crazy trying to make meaning out of them.
You're right, Your Majesty. Well, back to the plan.
Yes.
Udoka believes we should invite these 3 friends to come and live with us here in the palace, with the sole objective of wooing and seducing the prince. And perhaps he just as well might fall for either of them.
No, Dako. Don't you think this is scandalous? Huh? Don't you think your daughter has let her idea run wild this time?
Scandalous, Your Majesty. But it's worth a try. Desperate situations call for desperate measures. Don't you think, Your Majesty?
Your Highness, there is disquiet already in the land. In fact, the gods of the land have asked me to go and find out why you want to stand by and watch another snatch the throne away from you.
Gods forbid! My throne can never be taken away from me by another.
Oh. The same stipulations also include the fact that the prince who fails to conform to these laws is irresponsible and unfit for the throne.
Watch what you say. Watch what you say. My son Obieze, the crown prince of Abaji Kingdom, shall never be referred to as irresponsible. The gods forbid it.